Hello, yes, it's me, the king of late night TV, Dylan McDermott. Don't I look like Dylan McDermott? I don't shave like that. Or the guy from American Idol, the host of American Idol. Who hosts American Idol? Ryan Seacrest. I look like Ryan Seacrest because he doesn't shave. I never heard of this before. In show business, people shave. They get dressed up nice. They wear a tux. They wear a suit. Do you see the way the people are looking at the Grammy Awards with jeans, with cut-off shirts, with tattoos? What the hell's going on in show business anymore? Anyway, this morning I took my kid. My kid's going on a class trip. And I was talking this morning to the school at the 6:30 in the morning. Actually, 7 o'clock. I had to get up at 6. How do you think I feel about taking my kid to school at 7 o'clock in the morning? But here's what I want to get to. All the mothers and fathers were taking their kids this morning to the kids' school. Now, I've seen these people for 14 years, and my kid's been going to this school, or 17 years. I've seen them for years going to this school. Why doesn't anybody say hello? You want to tell me this? I've done these blogs before. I still can't figure it out. It is the strangest thing I ever saw. When you're in school, like my kid in school, and you go, excuse me, I got so much gas I can drive to Pittsburgh. You see so many kids when you're in school. When you're a kid in school, and you go through first grade, second grade, third grade. Third. Actually, I was in the third grade for 2 terms. In the third grade for 2 terms. Kennedy and Johnson. And but when you see these kids, first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade, sixth grade. And when I was in school, I was teacher's pet. Teacher's pet! She couldn't afford a dog. But sometimes you don't say hello to kids. You see the kids first grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. And one day I brought my teacher an apple. And she gave me a kiss. So the next day, I brought her a watermelon. But what I'm saying is, I understand kids not saying hello to each other. I understand that part. But adults, after you get to be an adult, then I still think I'm a kid. You think you see somebody, you recognize them, you see them in a mall, you see them in a restaurant, you smile and say hello, because you see them in the area. Nothing. Not only that, they don't even say hello to me at bar mitzvahs. When I go to bar mitzvahs, I see the mothers and the fathers that go to the school. And some mothers and fathers are friends with the other mothers and fathers. They must say hello to them. And I'm invited to the bar mitzvah. They're right there. They're sitting at my table. Nobody says hello to me. You want to... and now you may say, Dave, why don't you say hello to them? I'm going to get to that part in a minute. But here's what I want to get at. Strangers say hello to me. People on the street. Every day of my life, people recognize me from TV, except you, the 2 people that watch this crazy blog I do. People, they want to shake my hand. They ask me for my autograph. Sometimes they stare at me. They're not sure, is it the guy from late night TV? Or maybe they think I'm Dylan McDermott or Ryan Seacrest. But strangers on the street, restaurants and drugstores and downtown, they come over and say hello to me. Doormen at hotels, oh, hello, Mr. Bronstein. I'm amazed they recognize me because I don't look like I do when I'm on television. On television, my hair is combed. I look like a person. I'm shaved, not like the people from the Grammys. But now, when I'm not a regular guy with my hair all cocked and unkempt and all disheveled, and they still recognize me. And when they talk, they're not sure if it's me or not. When they hear my voice, they recognize it's me. And I'm thrilled to say hello to everybody, and I'm flattered that people come over and say hello and all. But the people I've seen for 14 years, the mothers and the fathers at my kids' school, I don't get it. Now, they look at me. They walk by and they look at me. They look at me, and I figure, oh, they look at me. They know who I am. They're going to say hello. Nothing. Now, you may say, why don't you say hello to them? I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't know who anybody is, that's why. I don't know anybody's name. And I don't... when I first meet you, you better be wearing the same clothes the next time I see you, or I don't know who you are. I've been going to the same dentist for 20 years, since 1987. A great guy, very, very funny dentist. He always tells me jokes, great guy. But if I see him in a mall, and he's not behind a dentist chair wearing that green smock and the mask, I don't know who he is. Many times I've seen him in restaurants, I've seen him in malls. He says, hello, David, hello, David. I know who the hell he was. If he didn't say hello to me, I didn't recognize him. Now, I don't even recognize my father-in-law. So many times my father-in-law will call my wife and say, why doesn't your husband say hello to me? He walked right by me walking on the street. The last time I saw my father-in-law was at my wedding 23 years ago. He was wearing a tux. If he's not wearing a tux every time I see him, I don't know who the hell he is. I didn't even recognize my business partner. My business partner one time was walking down the street, walked right by me. I didn't say hello. He thought I was mad at him. That's just me. I live in my own little world. And I like my world. I'm happy. In my world, people say hello to me. In my world, people don't give me the shit that I have to deal with, like the restaurant last night. Is that unbelievable? If you watch my blog from last night, the restaurant, the Japanese steakhouse, it is unbelievable. I couldn't sleep all night. Now, when I do blogs, I get it out of my head, I get it out of my system, I forget about it. But last night, I still couldn't believe 3 steaks, $26.99 for a steak. You say, oh, that's a cheap steak. But you don't get the whole steak. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't give you a whole full steak and you cut it up. They cut them into pieces. They give you little pieces of the steak. I'm paying $27, not even for a whole steak, and I couldn't eat it. Is that unbelievable? I couldn't chew the steak. Go to my blogs talking about the Japanese Steakhouse 1 and 2 and hear the story there. But I couldn't eat the steak. My kid couldn't eat the steak. We couldn't eat it. And the manager says, there's nothing the matter with the steak. You got to pay the bill. This is the craziest thing I ever saw. I paid $131 for 4 people, except my wife didn't get a steak. So for 3 steaks and my wife, $131, no booze. I couldn't eat it and I still had to pay. This doesn't make any sense. If you order a meal at a restaurant and you can't eat it, it's fatty, it's chewy, whatever the reason is, you say, look, I can't eat this. And they say, okay, I'm sorry, let me get you something else. That didn't happen here. I ordered 3 steaks. I said, we can't eat this. You see it on the plate. The steak's on the plate. Chewed up food's on the plate. He said, yeah, I saw it there. But there's nothing the matter with it. You got to pay. This is what happened last night. This is the craziest thing at this crazy restaurant called Yamato in a place called Yorkville in Toronto. Yamato. I want you to go to Yamato and ask him, how's the steak? Bring up my name. David Bronstein was here, the guy from television. He couldn't eat the steak. Why'd you charge him? Maybe you get my money back. See if you get my money back, $131. I got ripped off. It's like they stole my money. I went in there. I'm paying for a service. I'm paying for food. I can't eat the food, and I still paid for it. You want to help me out here? And I got it all on digital camera, except this morning when I was taping my kid going on this trip, camera broke. There goes my phone. All right, that's my blog for today. Tell me why people don't say hello to me. That's all I want to know. If you see me, say hello. That's all I'm saying. That's my blog for today. Goodbye. Why don't they say hello to me? It's very, very strange. Goodbye.